This is a Josey $1 million bit or short shank combination. Has a rope over the nose. It's a 3-piece, got a dog bone, and that dog bone's there just to kind of give that tongue a release. Doesn't pinch them or anything. It's a little easier on a horse's mouth. It's got a medium twist, and remember, the smaller the diameter, the more bite you're going to have. This is not the thick as they come, it is not as small as they come, but for the average horse it's just right. It's on a gag cheek piece, so that's where you get your bend. And notice you've got this curb extender. That's going to give you more lift. Going into a turn, having that ability to get that horse's nose. And then you have a short shank, which is moderate. This bit works on a lot of different horses and fits a lot of different riders' hands. And remember, finding a bit that fits your hands and fits that horse is very important. Now, when I get a combination bit, sometimes these nose bands can be a little stiff, so I'll kind of take and shape them, get them kind of conform to that horse's nose. A lot of people may come back and put vet wrap over this. I personally don't like that. They'll get it so thick, then that horse does not have that response or that feel. Now, a good option for you, if you want to put some electrical tape around that nose band, that'll actually kind of help hold that shape to the bit or to the nose band. But I'm going to put this on. This is a new bit. Had never been on this horse. Now when adjusting this, I want to pick it up. And see, I'm at the last hole. And one thing that I like about these little 1-air nylon headstalls is I've got an alternate adjustment here. I can slide this up. And a lot of people think you got to put your hole right there, but you don't. This is like a Chinese finger cuff. Once you get it on there, it's tight on there. It's not sliding anywhere. I come back around because I don't want to have to use all my holes here and have that big flap hanging. And so I'll go on and adjust it. I've got a wrinkle or two on each side. That's important on a gag bit. I don't want this mouthpiece to be floating on the cheek piece. Now I'll come back. I want to get a couple of fingers between the chin and the chain. That's a little too tight. You got to remember too, this nose bend's gonna not necessarily stretch out, but it's gonna conform, and it may fit different after the first time you ride him. So always come back and see after you ride your new bit a couple of times, especially these combination bits. Now that looks pretty good. I can get my fingers between the chin and chain with no pressure. Then I'll hook my reins up. A lot of people will adjust a bit with the reins hooked up and it's pulling on the shank, and it makes you not have a true reading. All right, I'm gonna pull on the shank. What I'm looking for when I pull on the shank are the reins. I don't want this to slide, flip all the way up there. Improper adjustment on any bit can cause your shanks to flip out or flare out in a turn. Plus, you're not gonna have the lift or bend that you need. And this bit has rate, bend, and lift, and this is where your lift comes from. And so it's important to get your curb chain adjusted right. And for your bend, it's important to get the mouthpiece picked up in the mouth enough. Make sure you have a headstall that will adjust to these high purchase bits. A lot of headstalls are long, got brow bands rubbing the ears, can't take it up enough, there's not enough room to punch holes. But having a headstall that fits your particular bit and your horse is very important. Now with a short shank combination, this fits a lot of different riders, fits a lot of different horses. This has probably been our most used bit over the last 30, 35 years. What makes it good is it has a quick release. You got bend, you got lift, you got rate. And it's pretty forgiving. You know, if you don't have the best hands or you don't slide your hands down, this bit is gonna kind of get you back, if you know what I mean. And when I put it on, just want to stop, back him up, head goes down. That's good. I'm gonna walk a circle or two, get his nose. I've got bend, that feels good. And then the third thing I do is I may walk a straight line and just get his nose. And this is picking the shoulder up, what I'm doing right now. Get that nose, little inside leg, inside rein. If I'm going into a barrel and my horse wants to drop that shoulder, this bit will help pick him up. I can get that horse's nose, move him into that turn, and I call this shaping a horse up. A barrel is round, a horse's body needs to be round in the turn to keep that forward motion. This bit feels good on this horse. He's got a good little feel. He seems to like it. Now let's watch Martha make a winning run using this bit.
Martha Josey, Marshall, Texas. Red Man Bay. Lady disqualified the regular national final rodeo. WCRA. 4 different times in the 70s, the 80s, the 90s.
We'll go to Karnak, Texas. Martha Josey. She's a champion of the world, and for 4 separate decades, she's been part of our family. It's 30 years since her first appearance, 8 since her last. This lady has taught every junior cowgirl in the world the integral ins and outs of success and winning. Her and her husband are givers, not takers. Let's give her something back. I like that lady. How about this? Ho!
Hey, my generation's alive and well. Ladies and gentlemen, the honor tonight to one of the most honorable ladies in the entire world. What do you say we talk about the lady from Karnak, 1402, to Martha Josey, the award design lady of the night.